Cobra's time to shine. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff, and yes, I am a Xennial. I hope you're ready for 20 questions. Welcome once again to another reaction. Today we are looking at G.I. Joe episode 13. Very exciting. It's an episode called 20 Questions. This is the Sunbow G.I. Joe Real American Hero show. I hope you are having a great day. I'm excited because a couple things. A couple things about this episode have me excited. I don't remember everything about it, but I remember a couple of key things, and then I saw something online that I want to talk about. But first, if you would like to jump right to the episode reaction, feel free to look down below for the chapter times. Feel free to jump right there. I like to talk a little bit before we get into the episodes, so if you want to hear me yap, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, look down below. The chapter times will be there, as well as, of course, where you can watch this and the entire G.I. Joe Real American Hero series for free on the internet. That's right, we're watching this off of the official Hasbro YouTube page, where you can watch it all. Go Hasbro. Or you can just stick around and watch it with me. Also down below, please note there is a Patreon link where you could watch the full uncut episodes. And it's not just the unedited shortened episodes. There's additional commentary, my personal anecdotes. It's gold, people. It's pure gold. No, feel free to stay here on YouTube, but we do some additional fun stuff over on the Patreon, just so you know. That said, let's talk a bit about what we're getting into today. So this is, like I said, episode 13, I believe. 20 Questions is the name of the episode. So a couple things to note. One, this is a shipwreck episode, I'm pretty sure. Shipwreck is one of my faves, and I think some people give him a hard time. And I don't totally understand. Well, here, I don't totally understand it because I think that if there is a real problem with Shipwreck, and this is my hot take on Shipwreck, if there's a problem with Shipwreck, the problem is Polly. And also, it's mainly a problem that people have as they grow older looking at G.I. Joe Real American Hero, because Polly is written for kids. Please don't forget, this is a show for children. And obviously, I don't know, nowadays what kids are watching the 80s G.I. Joe. I hope lots, because I think it's great. But when I was a kid watching the show, I thought Polly was totally fine and funny. Probably, I think I did. I don't know. I think I thought Polly was okay. I mean, not Timber, but still, Polly's okay. Polly is Shipwreck's, pet bird, obviously. And the only talking animal in the show, because of course parrots can talk. But Polly is horrible and annoying. I get it. As an adult rewatching this show, or even just thinking in retrospect about Polly, Polly's the worst. Just the worst. However, Shipwreck himself is kind of cool. This episode also introduces, I think this is the first episode, and I think there's a couple of episodes with this character. What's his name? A reporter character, like a civilian. And there are lots of episodes of G.I. Joe have obviously multiple episodes of G.I. Joe. Most episodes of G.I. Joe, in fact, have a guest star, right? Here's the scientist who's been kidnapped that Joes have to rescue. Sometimes it's oftentimes a heroic character, or an innocent bystander who's been caught up in Cobra's scheme that the Joes have to protect or go rescue. Once in a while, it's a villain, and that's always interesting. However, this is an interesting case because now we're introducing a civilian character who is going to reoccur and come back into the show in later episodes. I believe he comes back in later episodes. I remember him coming back in later episodes, so unless I'm wrong, you feel free to correct me in the comments below. We want someone from the media, like a news anchor kind of person, but he's more of a news magazine style person. And for those of you who may be Xennials or older millennials, you might remember a real life person called Geraldo Rivera, who I believe that this character is strongly based on. Geraldo was like an investigative journalist and kind of entertainment-driven news magazine style pundit, maybe you could say. I think that at some point he started out doing real news, but then he, over the 80s and into the 90s, as he became more famous, he started doing these real like sensationalized kind of stories and almost edging into that territory of like a daytime talk show host. Geraldo was like a news person, like a real journalist who tiptoed, like waded into this territory of like real kind of gossipy, sensational, pulpy entertainment news, and not in the like classy Entertainment Tonight way. So I believe that's what we're getting out of this character who is the news reporter. Then the other thing that I saw online about this episode is that this is the first of what I believe will be many episodes by Buzz Dixon. Buzz Dixon was a prolific writer of television episodes, cartoons. He wrote on a lot of shows, including this and Gem and I don't know, like a bunch of 80s stuff. But he's well known for G.I. Joe in particular. I think this is probably he's best well known for G.I. Joe. He wrote the movie, for example, like the G.I. Joe cartoon movie. You know what? It's a sort of a complex patchwork of like who worked on what. Maybe we'll have to do a reaction to the Toys That Made Us episode of G.I. Joe, because I haven't watched that since it came out. Either way, I'm excited. Buzz Dixon is directing this, or wrote this episode, and I think that we've got a really good one coming up. So let's look forward to G.I. Joe answering 20 questions. All right. Hi to everyone who jumped right to here. Totally understand it. Not a problem. Just so you know, we are watching G.I. Joe Real American Hero Season 1, Episode 13. This is called 20 Questions. And we can look forward to some shipwreck action, I believe. Let's dive in to this episode. Here we go.
Yo, Joe!
Yo, Joe.
He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
Is Shipwreck in this opening? I think he is.
G.I. Joe is there.
Quick Kick. We haven't done a Quick Kick episode, eh?
The enemy fighting to save the day. He never can stop.
Maybe he'll show up in this
He's always
episode.
there, fighting for freedom over
Footloose, too.
land and air.
Has not made an appearance since that one. He hasn't made an appearance since that one storyline in Cryptic
G.I.
Darkness.
Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly
I mean,
trained
it's a big
special
cast,
mission
right?
force.
So you got to
Its
just pick and
purpose
choose
to
your
defend human
heroes
freedom
for each
against
episode.
Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined
I'd
to
say we've
rule
had
the
some really good
world.
showings by Macondo,
He'll stay till the
Mutt,
fight's
and
won.
Junkyard.
G.I. Joe will dare. G.I.
And then they've sort of been back and forth between Flint and Duke as to who's been leading the episodes. We'll see what we get this episode. I know that Shipwreck is, I think, the primary guy in the episode. Buzz Dixon. Watch for that name again. It's going to come back in future episodes. What is this? Battle sequence? Right. What is it? Media all res? Oh. War games.
Eat hot photons, you scurvy landlubbers!
Eat hot photons. Oh, it's laser tag.
Ah, you got me!
He's such an actor. Over dramatic as always.
Shipwreck, that is pathetic.
Says you. I thought I deserved an Oscar.
Yeah, my Uncle Oscar, the moocher.
Ceasefire! Everybody! Cease firing! Civilians in the battle area!
Ah, nuts. Just when the fight was getting dirty.
Are we ready, Tom?
We're rolling.
Good.
Here we go.
This is Hector Ramirez reporting for your TV
Hector
news magazine,
Ramirez.
20 Questions. And below us is the G.I. Joe team, America's Special Anti-Terrorist Task Force. But does America need them? Some people claim the Joes are a needless military extravagance at best and a blatant ripoff of the American taxpayer at worst.
Are we getting into some serious political issues here? Hector Ramirez, I believe this is a reoccurring civilian character, this would be, I think, a first for the G.I. Joe cartoon. This is like episode 13. At least 5 or 6 of those episodes would have been like global news, you know, when Cobra Commander's face showed up on every television screen demanding world leaders surrender. So for him to even be questioning, do we need an anti-terrorist specialist task force like the Joes? I would suggest that that's a little out of line. But I don't necessarily know that we need to get into the politics of it. Let's see what his reasoning is, shall we?
Cut. Okay, how was that? Yes! Yes! Perfect! Perfect!
Okay, what in the
Who's
name of
this?
sanity are you people
Squirrely
doing here?
producer?
This is a restricted area.
How do you answer the claims that Cobra is only an elaborate hoax to bilk the government of billions of dollars?
What?
Careful, Flint. That's that TV news guy. Yeah, if you just lied, then hang you with it.
Sorry, no comment at this time.
Then I demand to see your commanding officer.
That's not how it works, guys. I know you're news, but like you can't just do that.
You gentlemen can wait here in his office, and I'll get a guide to show you around the base.
Now what, semi-fearless leader?
Find a guide and call for Duke.
Exactly. Call for Duke.
Off millions, they sure aren't spending it on interior decorating.
That's what they want you to think. My friends, the Committee on Basic Reductions of Armies has conclusive proof that the entire G.I. Joe Cobra conflict is faked. F-A-K-E-D.
Okay.
Come off it. I've seen the news footage. It's real.
Oh, well, Hector, if you're gonna let the hired help influence your decision.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
I'll make the decisions. I wonder if there's an Emmy in this for me.
Oh, God. Okay. As someone who has spent their professional career as an entertainment news producer, like this literally was my job, was to put together, you know, package segments like this. I was more on the entertainment side rather than the news side. And this is not how you go about it, let's just say. I know we don't ever see any of it, but G.I. Joe as an organization, they would have legal, they would have HR, they would certainly have a press officer. Like, someone at the Joe team should be doing administration and press coordination. You would get in, like, not just you would get in trouble, but like, you would potentially lose all of your access if you went up to a senior officer like Flint and just started putting a camera in his face and asking him questions. This would have to all be cleared and coordinated with the Army Press Corps or something at the very least. But probably the Joes themselves would have a media relations person, you would think. I get it's a show for cartoon. It's a cartoon for kids. Okay, it's a cartoon for kids. But as someone who has been there, I just want to point out some of the inconsistencies with reality. All right, let's jump back into it then.
Gentlemen, observe the properties of the cue ball. So round, so firm.
Sorry, CoverGirl is watching Spider-Man on television? What is happening here? I love it. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to stop the show again, but like, that's awesome. Thank you very much for putting that into my life, guys.
Wanna bet I can make it sit up and bark?
What the universe wills the ball to do, it shall do. There are no games of chance in the...
Good old spirit, Mr. Frivolity.
Shipwreck, I've got a job for you.
Oh, sorry, can't take it, Flint. I was killed in action during maneuvers.
Look, stow it, Shipwreck.
You
I've got 3 civilians.
smart
who
ass.
need
Come on,
babysitting.
Shipwreck.
And here's where we keep our Skyhawks, Sky Strikers, and Dragonflies.
What about Skyhawk cost overruns?
I don't know nothing about it.
He's just putting up obstacles.
Obstacles, huh? You want to see obstacles?
Exactly, like this guy is wrecking your
Over
show,
there, you
wrecking
got what
your
you call your
interview,
swing and
I would
log
say.
Obstacle. Then there's your old tire obstacle. And your brick wall obstacle. And
Perfect training if you plan to fight to fight in a playground.
you! I told you to stay outside. No filming in here. Top secret. Wouldn't it be better if all these computers were used to solve world hunger instead of
Oh
what
my
are you gonna
god,
do?
kick this guy out!
World, a short stack of floppy disks. Computer says our made-up snakes have got something cooking in the Rockies. Let's just take a trip and see, huh? Just lay low till we get out of here. I'll show you some real Cobra activity. Next stop, the Rockies.
This is like so off book, man. This is not cool, Shipwreck.
Get ready. Another aircraft approaches.
Heading straight at us, Mike. Cool.
Okay, does Zartan just walk around as a as a goat herder? All right, I like the mountain base, the idea though. This is good. Let's switch it up a bit for
Riding
Cobra.
over the Rockies.
Sam!
My name is Arnold, not Sam.
Surface to
Not
air
Sam.
missile, you dum dum.
SAM! Surface to air missile! Now shut up and let me fly!
You completely brought this on yourself, Shipwreck. Yeah, no wonder it stalled out. You tried to go upside down.
Now all we gotta do is live through it!
All right. This is infuriating. but it
G.I.
is
Joe
also
will
actually
return
pretty
after
exciting.
these messages.
And something like the conspiracy guy is
Now,
like,
back to G.I. Joe.
is interesting. I like him as an antagonist, but like he's super aggravating as well.
Shipwreck! Where are you?
Flint wants you and your guests.
Ace, Ripcord, either of you guys seen Shipwreck?
He took off.
Took off?
Said he was going on a test flight. I thought it looked suspicious, so I checked around and found Shipwreck and those civilians had been here.
Oh, bad news. If that computer's right, Shipwreck's heading toward the Rockies and certain death.
And certain death.
I mean Duke, when he finds out.
Yes, Duke is gonna flip out.
Yucko! How disgusting. Probably gonna die from some disease.
Have no fear for my health, Alpine.
I don't. I'm worried about freedom.
Alpine! You gotta help us. Shipwreck may be in
Did he
big
just
trouble
scratch the
somewhere in
table?
Rockies.
Naturally.
totally
Where
did.
else would you expect to find a sailor in trouble?
We'll find that
Everyone keeps
Cobra
busting in
missile
and messing up
launcher
people's
around
pool
here
game.
somewhere.
Missile launcher, a wild goose chase to keep us from the story.
Oh my god.
I'll launch you if you don't keep your fool trap shut. Wait a minute.
I want to know what the story is with this conspiracy theory guy.
You, Joe!
Keep a sharp eye peeled for Shipwreck and Cobra.
Ah, my own buddy's leaving me stranded out here with... Ouch! What the...
Oh, here it is.
Lock in on targets.
Righto!
Shipwreck! What's going on?
Get back! It's a Cobra missile! If it launches, we'll all be killed!
Fire!
With pleasure, Zartan!
There you go.
The fire control mechanism is out!
Huh. Ooh, what's this? That's kind of cool. A Cobra base with its entrance hidden below a lake?
I'll be okay.
We're getting some real legit cover girl action here. Again, people parachuting out of helicopters. Reckless. Reckless, I say.
Wild weasels are Rattler Squadron. Don't let them get behind you.
Huh, it's official. That is wild music, huh?
What? Missiles on our tails.
No guidance on those, but like,
Ignore 'em, Arnold. They's all imaginary. How do you like that?
seems like it worked.
Very clever. Had you remembered to watch behind you, it might have been perfect.
Was that another instance of Zartan using his, like, this new cloaking and decloaking? Like, he's like full-on chameleon powers, right? Like, he can do Predator-style invisibility. Anyway, okay, interesting. So now they've all been captured. So I take it that Cobra Commander and Destro and the rest of the, the rest of the Cobra team are not actually at this base. They're somewhere else or somewhere nearby. This is like a forward outpost, maybe? by Zartan and the Dreadnoks. Interesting. I like this location. This is kind of a new setup for Cobra. I'm preferring this than seeing them once again in, you know, some South American reclaimed temple. Even though I love that for Cobra. It's nice to see them change things up a little bit. Let's see where this goes. Maybe we're gonna get real more Cover Girl.
Yeah, that shipwreck's copter, all right.
But where's the sailor boy himself?
You know him, late to his own funeral.
It's all a fake. A fake, I tell you!
Yes, Shipwreck. You'd better come clean while you still can.
Silence!
Yo, man. How do you guys still think this is faked?
Assault troops report for briefing.
Suffering seaweed.
Tonight's movie is The Amusement Park of Terror. It's mayhem on the merry-go-round and revenge on the roller coaster as the bad guys try to beat the good guys on the Ferris wheel.
What? I love it. Sorry. It's like low key an underground city. Of course, it's not like a full city, but like it's like got all of the trappings of it, but that voiceover, tonight's movie is blah, 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 you know, terror in the amusement park. Which honestly, was that an episode title? Wasn't that the Zartan episode title of in the Pyramid of Darkness? That's great. This is great, and obviously this has got to be enough to convince that conspiracy nut and Hector that Cobra is real, right? Right?
You captured the intruders!
Who is that bozo?
That moron is Cobra Commander.
Your scouting mission is a failure, Shipwreck.
Do you think that this drill machine, is this an actual toy they ever produced?
Stop or assault on the Rocky Mountain chemical weapons arsenal.
You're after that explosive gas, the stuff the Army buried around here.
Your army may have qualms about using such weapons, but Cobra does not.
Oh, now wait just a cotton-picking minute. Can the charade? This is all a fake. Tell him, Arnold.
Fool! You are the stupidest male I ever met!
What a reveal! Wait, how come the the sweater? Did we not notice her curves before? Okay.
My mission was to undermine Joe's support and morale by feeding you mindless drivel for your news program. But that sailor ruined everything.
Glad
Really?
to oblige, Baroness.
I mean, all she had to do was not reveal herself right now. And she still would have succeeded. Well, maybe not, I guess.
I will stay.
Since Ramirez is convinced that it is real now.
Within hours, all the explosive gas will belong to Cobra.
Okay, so Cobra's after explosive
You're
gas.
just
Got
the
it.
type to use it.
Joe Ace.
Got here as soon as I could. This guy Hector Ramirez is the type of newsman who loves doing a hatchet job in the military. Where is he?
We don't know. I had Shipwreck take him around the base, and now he and Shipwreck are missing.
Duke, Flint!
Did Duke change his hair?
Get a Cobra radio message.
I don't know.
They're attacking the chemical weapons arsenal.
We can't let them get that gas. Sound the alert. We'll worry about Ramirez later.
Baroness, do the dishonors.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna drill you to death. Watch out, everyone. That's like gruesome. I love it.
Every Cobra trooper in the world was hidden in that mountain.
He wants us to see something.
Nice. Who dat? Is that Wild Weasel?
Help! Anybody, help!
All right, we'll save you for a price.
Anything!
Anything!
Oh,
Where's
snap.
Shipwreck and the others?
I don't know.
Then adios.
Wait! They might be in the cavern.
There's-
Save me and I'll tell you how to sneak in.
I love that there's like a Black Panther there just hanging out, and they're so nonchalant about it.
to interview you!
Oh, it's so easy to stop him. You just gotta play to his vanity. Look at this regular army. Are they gonna be any match for Cobra? Are we gonna get regular army attacking, like counter defending? You know, you wonder how the Dreadnoughts got these super cool weapons.
Laughing gas, tear gas, you know. That there's the explosive gas.
Explode gas.
Radio Cobra Commander, that we're bringing it all in. Waste not, want not.
What? So wait a second. So they have.
Here it is. The exhaust vent that Snake told us about.
Right under our noses.
Baroness, we captured the explosive gas. Why isn't Cobra Commander here to witness my triumph?
Being interviewed for TV.
Then, after leading a mutiny at my military academy...
Listen up, you bloody dingoes!
Explosive gas!
Cobra led a mutiny at his military academy. Is he telling Hector Ramirez who he is? Like his history?
Can you make any more noise than that, Alpine? Shut up. Unless you want to fly downstairs.
Fly. Good idea. Freedom. Find shipwreck.
Look, an eagle has gotten into the cavern. Bye-bye, birdie.
Freedom. You ain't cooking my friends, Goose.
They must have spotted us.
No sense being subtle now.
Okay, well I'm glad they all had enough rope to come down. Yeah, go cover, girl.
Why aren't they shooting back?
Because you're standing beside explosive gas, you fools.
Hey, ain't that?
Shipwreck. He's gonna crush those gas cylinders.
Oh no. Laughing gas.
Will I be crushed to pulp?
Hate to laugh and run, but we gotta get out of
This is so weird. I love it. It's so strange.
They're escaping! The cavern's exploding! What's so funny?
Why didn't it affect Cobra Commander?
If we don't get out of here, we're finished.
I love this gimmick. It's so weird.
Well, say la vie, mate.
Alright.
Any sign of where Cobra went?
No, the trail seems to disappear.
And Duke and
Wait,
Flint
look
are.
out there.
Wait, is that literally a
This must be
mountain just
Cobra's
collapsing? Okay.
Shipwreck? Would you mind telling me what the bloody blue blazes is going on?
There was laughing gas and fighting and guns and explosions. I got it all on tape.
Tell me the tape was wrecked.
Fantastic! What a scoop! Love you. You shows are great.
Okay. Mug to the camera. That's what. Right there. That's where Duke should have mugged to the camera. Like, oh, like Jim would do, right?
On second thought, forget it.
He's like, I gotta punish you for this. After these messages. Which honestly, he legitimately should punish Shipwreck for that. But like, then he's just like, forget it. That was so weird and funny. It's just so strange. All right, Good job, Buzz Dixon. Let's hang tight and we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, that is it for G.I. Joe Season 1, Episode 13, 20 Questions. I guess it was called 20 Questions because that was the name of Rivera's show, right? His news magazine or whatever it is. But I guess 20, kind of like 60 minutes or something, you know? But he didn't ask really 20 questions, did he? Or did he have like, I don't know. I guess it's not a bad conceit for a show. Anyway, let's talk about it. Oh, let's talk about it. I think that this was a pretty fun episode. I liked a lot of this episode. I think that it worked really well. There was some really, some fun new kind of things, new elements to it, and there was some unexpected, characters, unexpected sort of like twists that really played pretty well. And a couple of just like funny pieces, I really like the idea of adding in sort of more real world sort of exterior context. So the media potentially sort of criticizing or analyzing what the Joes are doing on a more regular basis. That feels like that should be something like people in the world would be talking about the G.I. Joe team and Cobra. Maybe it's very like highly under wraps. So like maybe they're not like celebrities, but actually it would be kind of cool if they were celebrities. But like even him saying like, who's that guy? Cobra Commander. Like Cobra Commander has been on like televisions around the world demanding the surrender of people multiple times at this point. He's someone who works in the news. Like he should know who Cobra Commander is. It's an interesting idea. And definitely something I think that the media would be interested in. Again, as I sort of, laboriously talked about a little bit at the beginning there, I think that the sort of the setup here is a little, it's kid logic. Okay. We just got to jump into the action. Okay. But from my perspective, especially as someone who has sort of like worked in media, that's not how it's done. And I would love it if G.I. Joe had HR and legal and a press office. If they had a press person, like you could do a whole like a West Wing style show about the Joe team, or like, add in not just the action sequences, but also have this sort of the legal back end of it. I think that would be fantastic. I think that would be interesting. I don't know if we're ever going to get that. But as someone who loves it to the point where like kind of like living in that Joe world, like trying to think about it sort of like critically and more realistically, that's sort of where my mind goes. Like I want those like sort of the stories behind the stories. Like, oh, how would that work? How would that make sense? That's kind of cool. I liked things like seeing them doing training exercises at the beginning. So silly, but like realistic that they would do that. I love this like shipwreck characterization at the start with him doing the over dramatized, death scene. That's great. And it plays into him being kind of theatrical, and maybe a little lighthearted. I really didn't love him like taking the camera crew, to see Cobra. It's so wildly irresponsible. Not something a professional soldier would do, even someone as silly as Shipwreck. But hey, we didn't have any Polly in this episode, so that's a bonus. The circling back to once they arrived, I thought that the setup of the base in Cobra's new base in the Rocky Mountains was very cool. I think that their plan didn't totally make sense. I don't know that I understood exactly what they were trying to do, but I know that ultimately they were trying to get this explosive gas. Okay, I get that, but like I don't know why they built a whole underground little town for that. But they were having movie night at that little town, and that movie night sequence with a voiceover was like very funny. So there was a bunch of like weird little snippets, these little vignettes, like the wild weasel up in the tree, and like them all like using Alpine's ropes to go down through the ceiling of the cave, kind of like I don't know. I don't know. Like, it was cool. It was just cool stuff all around, and I really enjoyed it. But then the ending sequence was like bananas. First of all, the conspiracy theory guy, that guy, he revealed to be the Baroness. Like, what a twist. I was not expecting that. How long had she been pretending to be that guy? And I don't know, like the technology that they have to fake being other people is like insane. It's like out of Mission Impossible or the Marvel movies or something, right? So good for them on that one, I guess. But then when they finally got to the military base and they released all of that gas, thankfully none of the major explosive gas went off. But having the itching gas and the laughing gas, that is so right out of a kid's imagination that it is just almost too perfect. I think that the writing here was so like peppy, and every few minutes there was another like fun little sequence, whether it's sort of like stretching the sort of like credulity of like, is this, plausible that like Shipwreck would go so far afield, or that, a Black Panther would for some reason be in the Colorado Rockies. That's okay. I don't mind that kind of level of like cartoon stretching of the bounds of like reality when it comes to this, because it served the humor of the story very well. The last reaction I did was a reaction to the Funhouse episode, and it just didn't it like, as much as like the games in it, the sort of the each of the like the tricks in it, the traps, the tricks and traps, the traps in it were like entertaining. It didn't have enough like humor and life behind it. Whereas in this episode, just to contrast it, and this was like far less structured in terms of like, here's a series of traps, or here's this was just more like an exciting adventure story, like out of a James Bond scenario. I think this played better. I think this kind of like James Bond or Mission Impossible style mission is actually a better sort of storyline framing story structure for the Joes than just a fun concept with like, it's like 10 jungle traps in a row. Maybe that's the problem, is that the Joes didn't outsmart those traps in that last episode. They all just got like wrecked by them. I think this episode and this sort of like, it's just an adventure story sort of sequence, and it leaves a lot more room for sort of creativity and like weirdness. Like the itching and the laughing gas stuff is like, I've never seen anything really like that in one of the episodes yet. And I loved like Duke coming in at the end and just being like, what the hell is going on here? So I'm looking forward to seeing Hector Ramirez return again. I sure hope he does. And I think that we can say with authority that Buzz Dixon has done a pretty good job here. I think he's got another episode in like 2 or 3 episodes. He's coming up with another one. So looking forward to that. I believe he even became the story editor on the show. That might be later on though. Anyway, we're all doing good. I think that we can safely say this one was a winner. And yo, Joe, good work, everyone. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's look forward to another fun reaction for more G.I. Joe Real American Hero next time. Please, if you enjoyed, drop me a subscription. We're still trying to grow the channel, and every subscription really helps us get there. Okay. Thanks so much. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.